Hi, I'm Michty Maxx and I'm here to share this Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial for the Beach Boys concert. I wanted to do something light, fun and tropical, and the makeup is inspired by Hawaiian flowers like the Plumeria and a general sitting on the beach enjoying fresh juicy fruit and cocktails kind of attitude. Before I start, I'm showing you my genuine Hawaiian shirt that my friend got from Hawaii, which I'm going to wear to the gig. I wanted the makeup to match, but I'm not using red because that always ends up looking gothic on me. First, I'm doing the usual preparing my lips with bepanthen ointment, and I'm priming my eyes with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Then I'm going in with NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, dotting that over the lid and the brow bone, and then blending it into the skin with my finger. Here I've got the Sweetheart eyeshadow palette from Sugarpill, and I'm choosing the matte white eyeshadow Taco to apply over my brow bone with the Sigma E39 Buff and Blend brush. I'm also taking that into my inner socket and towards the tear duct. Now for the Sedona Lace Matte 88 palette, and I'm going into these two light yellow eyeshadows with the Sigma E25 blending brush for my transition shade, running that all the way along the crease from inner to the outer edge, and then diffusing that with the E39 brush. Another Sugarpill palette, and I'm using the Sigma E32 Exact Blend brush to pick up Butter Cupcake and place it into my crease, curving it around the outer corner, and then I'm buffing that out with the E25 blending brush. I'm layering on the color to get the intensity I want in between blending, so I keep a nice diffused gradient. Then back to the Sweetheart palette, and I'm taking a touch of this bright matte pink eyeshadow called Dolly Pop on the tip of the Sigma E47 Shader Crease brush to apply it delicately right into the deepest part of my crease and outer corner of my lid, overlapping the yellow shadow to create a delicious coral shade. I'm letting the pink peek out on the outer edge of my lid, but otherwise mixing it in with Butter Cupcake. I'm not quite creating a cut crease, but just defining the crease well and then buffing out the top of that line and creating a gradient with more matte yellow eyeshadow. I didn't want too much pink in this look, but just a little bit more, flirting with the outer corner to remind of those Plumeria tropical type flowers. Next, I took the Sigma E36 blending brush and mixed both Butter Cupcake and Dolly Pop and rocked that through the socket, really melding the blend of those two colors. I thoroughly enjoyed the shade that this creates. It's so tropical and delicious. I added a touch more Butter Cupcake on its own with the small blending brush and the more dense one to brighten up the top of the crease. And going back to the pink on the outer corner as well. Then finally onto the lid, and I grabbed the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk again to add a thicker layer of product to the mobile lid and also sharpen up the crease line to get more definition there. I patted on the product with the ever useful fingertip to smooth it out and move the product up to the crease line. I went in with the pointed crease brush to make sure the cream didn't go too high up. Then I went in with the MAC 239 brush and picked up Taco, the matte white eyeshadow, and packed that on the inner third of my eyelid, getting as much opacity there as I could. Next, I'm using the Sugarpill Sparkling Neon Pigment called High Vis, and first I'm going straight on the lid with the Sigma E57 Firm Shader. Then for more pigmentation, I decided to use Firene Pixie Epoxy as a sticky base, so more of the sparkle sticks. In retrospect, this wasn't a good idea because this pigment was a bitch to blend, and I ended up with a rather harsh line between the yellow and the white. It's not the sticky base itself that was the problem, but the difficulty that these Sugarpill neon pigments have with blending. I went back to the matte white to overlap the neon yellow and went across that seam with some more dry high-vis pigment, which usually gets the job done, but as I said, no dice. Then the next step is this beautiful pigment from MAC called Neo Orange, and I took it on the same eyeshadow brush to pat over the remainder of the lid. Then I went in with more Dolly Pop to blend it into the edge, and I intensified the delicious neon orange, making sure it goes all the way up to the crease line and blends towards the yellow as well. To help that happen, I went back in between the neon yellow on the other side of that brush and merged those two colors together, which worked better than the other side of the yellow, I must say. I added some more sticky base over the orange section with my finger to prepare it for the Sugarpill Sparkling Orange Pigment in Supercharged, which I dabbed over that section to give it more sparkle and a pastel neon tone more similar to the yellow shade. The look really comes together with this orange shade, and I think it completes the gradient across the lid very nicely. I blended over the edge again with some yellow, flipping over the brush to remove the separation line between the colors. Then I made sure the crease was defined with more Dolly Pop shadow, deepening it even more with the pointed crease brush, and I even took some neon pink from the Acid palette from Sleek to add more punch to the outer corner. Since I wasn't happy with the stubborn inner gradient, I tried adding the neon yellow from the Sleek Acid palette and mixing it with more white shadow. And to really go nuts, I reached for this eye candy glitter in Tangerine Twist, and I used the Lit Cosmetics glitter base to dampen the brush and pat it over the orange shadows. Then I picked up some of the glitter and pressed it on top, fading it out towards the yellow eyeshadow so there wasn't a harsh stop. I really love how juicy and tropical this glitter looks, and the layering of all the orange pigments gives an interesting effect. Then I went back to that problematic gradient and tried to blend it out, but to no avail. I was honestly kinda cheesed about it, but I think it wasn't too much of a problem in the end result, even though I would have preferred it to be a bit more smooth. After messing with that for far too long, I wanted to add some shimmer to the inner third of the eye with the Inglot eyeshadow in number 35 AMC Shine. Then I took the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Cottage Cheese to apply to the tear duct area and blended it out with my fingertip. And then I went on to the MAC eyeshadow in Nylon and applied that over the top with the Sigma E30 pencil brush. I concentrated that on the tear duct and blended it out towards the inner crease and along the lower lash line after cleaning off some fallout. Also smoothing the edges out with the Buff and Blend brush with nothing on it. I added more Nylon because I really wanted the highlight to glow from there. I grabbed the Inglot Matte Gel Eyeliner in number 76 and applied it to my waterline using a random pencil as an applicator. I blended out the edge with a cotton bud to remove some product off my eyelashes, then laid down a base of NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk along the lower lash line, also softening the edge of that. Then I took Nylon and continued that across the inner third, and also went into Neo Orange to press that into my lash line with the tip of the brush, also blending it into Nylon and softening the edge. I took some Dolly Pop on the tip of the pointed brush and connected the lower lash line to the upper lid, making sure to buff that out, and added yellow and orange shadows for a fruity, juicy glow around the eye to match the gradient upstairs. I also pressed a tiny bit of supercharged pigment over the orange area so it was cohesive. I went for the Urban Decay 24/7 liquid eyeliner in Perversion to draw a thin line across the lashes. I really just want to add a base for the false eyelashes to blend into and give some definition to the eye, to get something like this. After the liner was dry, I curled my eyelashes and applied a little mascara. This time I'm using a sample of Estee Lauder's Sumptuous Bold Volume Lifting Mascara for the top lashes and plenty of MAC Giga Black Lash Mascara on the bottom. Then for false lashes, I'm using some Ardell Demi Wispy false eyelashes and applying them with some lash glue and tweezers. I pinched my real lashes and false lashes together with this open-ended lash curler from Shuamura and added some liquid eyeliner over the lash band to disguise it and any glue peeking through. I had a bit of trouble with my eye watering and I had to apply the lashes a couple of times on my eye with only minimal damage to the makeup. A bad false eyelash day, I guess. I did my eyebrows and face as usual, and I'm still enjoying the Real Techniques sponge, and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder is delightful on the skin as well. I went for the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Whisper of Guilt to highlight the tops of my cheeks with the Hakuhodo S113 highlight brush for a nice glow. And I couldn't resist using the MAC blush in My Paradise from the Surf Baby collection because the name was just too perfect, and the warm coral tones went well with the eye makeup. I decided this tropical beach look needed more shimmer, so first I layered the Benefit Coralista blush over the apples of my cheeks and blended it back, then went harder on the cheekbone highlight, also adding some golden shine on the cupid's bow and nose with my finger. Then onto the lips, and I cleaned off any product with a cotton bud and primed them with MAC Prep and Prime Lip Base. I used the NYX Slim Lip Liner pencil in Hot Pink to lightly outline my lips, just to get a shape but not add too much color, because this lipstick I'm using is much more on the orange side, and it is one of the Maybelline Color Sensational Vivids in Shocking Coral, which I simply applied straight from the bullet. It has a lovely and juicy luminous finish, however I wanted more orange to match the eyes, so I got out the OCC Lip Tar in Beta and patted that onto the center of my lips, blending it in by pressing my lips together, and also adding more Shocking Coral around the perimeter of my lips. After a final smush of the lips, I removed the excess from the center with my finger and did some final steps such as darkening my beauty spot with my brow wax, patting it in with my finger, and getting it tacked with my setting spray bottle top before dousing my face with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Then all it needs is some fluffing of the hair and I'm all good with my bushy blonde hairdo, as they say, and ready for a surfing safari. I'm really excited by the yellow and pink eyeshadow mix in the crease, because they make a simply glorious shade that makes my mouth water, and it totally reminds me of a tropical vacation and time on the beach. Although the makeup is super neon, I still feel it is pretty and light. Well, light for me, and a nice change of pace. Anyway, this is the second time I've seen the Beach Boys, and they are nothing less than magical. They seriously sound exactly like they did when they were young. Well, the two original members anyway. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this glittery makeup tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes.